Well, good day, folks. It's pretty quiet in here right now. The boys are having lunch, but check this out. This is a monster. This is the biggest building we've ever done. This is a 36-footer with a bunch of custom touches. I'm going to come around this way and show you just how big you can get a Highland outbuilding. This one's not done yet. We're just in the middle of the build. Look at that wall. So that's about 360 square feet plus a porch. Look at this thing, it's huge. It'd be interesting to move this one. So just temporary supports on the porch here. This is going to be screened in. Again, this is a custom design from a customer. We're just getting it framed up, and we're going to get Maddie from the spray foam company to come and spray this one out. They want the Arctic package here. So this is meant to be sort of like a seasonal cottage. Look at all the space in this thing. This is friggin' huge. Coming back in here, we got a little bit of a framed in space. This building did require a permit. The customer spent all the time with the municipality. Just a little spot for an incinerating toilet here. It took months to get this approved. And he did get the permit. He sent it to me. And it was a long, frustrating, arduous task. I don't know why the municipalities are so difficult to work with. They do not prioritize expedient bureaucracy. Like it's almost, I don't think it's ineptitude, but it's so frustrating for our customers that have to get permits. The people that work in the municipalities, they don't speak to each other. And we end up in a situation where it takes 8 times longer to do everything that it needs to take to get done because they just don't make things happen. Like, it's a building, right? Here's the drawing, right? Like, it's stamped. Just approve it. Like, this took months and months and months to get this done. So anyways, I guess I'm whinging a little bit because I get people that call me all the time and they want a big building like this. And a building like this absolutely requires a permit unless you're in an unorganized township, regardless of the use case, right? So, you know, probably I would say 20% of the people that reach out to us are looking for a large building. You know, they want to maybe downsize, they have a chunk of land and they'd love to put a cabin like this on there. And we can build something like this cheaper than almost anybody in the whole friggin' world. And it's just such a frustrating ordeal. Like, we're not messing around here. Like, look at that I-beam. You know, like, structurally, this thing is very, very stiff and strong and built well. As a permanent domicile, I'll tell you right now, this building wouldn't even pass because they want us to have, you know, an excessive amount of insulation underneath the building and in the ceiling. And it's like, we push back on stuff like this because the regulations are antiquated. And they're, you know, for a 350 square foot cabin, you don't have to have the same, like, it's going to be thermally efficient. This thing's going to get a spray foam package in it to about R15. It's going to be hyper thermally efficient at that level for this size of a build. It's not going to take much to heat or cool this. It's going to be a continuous vapor barrier. This building would very much be suitable for a domicile, you know. Kiln-dried dimensional framing, engineered trusses. You know, the floor system is solid. And, you know, one thing we are not is a CSA-approved manufacturing facility. We're talking about that. It's a really arduous and another huge, like, layer of bureaucracy. We'll probably get there at some point. But, you know, this build should be easier, right? Like, this is a very well-constructed with high-quality materials building that should be possible to get in a permit easily based on the way that we've built this thing. And it should just be simple, but it's not. So, I mean, I've been bitching long enough. I just thought I'd show you this thing mid-build. This is going to be beautiful when we get all the pine into it. The customer's going to be tickled. We're super happy. We've been working on this one for well over a year. customer initially sent interest last year. And now we're getting to the point where we're building it and we're going to get it up to them. So I'm happy with the way things look here. That's beautiful. So that's my tirade today about, you know, dealing with the permits and whatnot. I don't know if it's going to get any easier. You know, we have people that live inside a box. So it is a frustration that we need to work within the confines of, but that's a 12 by 30 plus a 6-foot porch. This is as big as it gets from us, guys. HighlandOutBuildings.com, 705-309-9088. Cheers.